Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So the last update about Unfortunate Love was how Lakshmi arrives to stop the engagement at the Oberai's house. So let's continue from there. Ayush and Shalu are talking. Ayush tells Shalu that if there is love between Rishi and Lakshmi, then this engagement will not happen. But my act and sixth sense is telling me that this engagement would happen. Shalu says this is wrong and bad. Ayush says I tried to make Rishi realize his love for Lakshmi and I prayed for them to be happy and they should fall in love. But what was the use of those prayers? Shalu says your prayers will be fulfilled with Lakshmi. Ayush says Lakshmi should have told Rishi once that she loves him. Shalu says she told him. Ayush says she should have told him strongly and he asks her to come for couple dance. Ayush announces the couple dance and says Malishka and Rishi will dance first. He says Malishka is feeling shy and he asks the other couples to dance with them. A guy hold Lakshmi's hand and take her to dance. Rishi, Malishka, Lakshmi and others dance while a song plays in the background as the partners change during dancing and some other lady comes to Rishi. Malishka mistakenly ate her food and she goes off stage. Lakshmi comes to Rishi as the partners change again during the dance. Malishka is shocked. Rishi asks Lakshmi that how is she feeling to attend his engagement. He says you will feel good and he asks her to enjoy until she won't. Lakshmi says even you, as this will be your last dance with me. Balvinder's friend comes there as the waiter and recognizes them. Neelam says that Rishi and Malishka will be getting engaged twice and says it is good that they will not get any bad sight. Rishi says you are not a good dancer, then says you are. Lakshmi says you are good and she asks if Rishi have to break her heart, then why was it so good to her? She cries and she goes from there. Balvinder's friend Bobby calls Balvinder. Balvinder says I will give you your money. Bobby says I did not call you for money and says I got a waiter's job. He says he came to the Oberai's house in the party and he was shocked. Balvinder says their son has died and he asks if they don't have shame. Bobby says that Rishi is getting engaged and he is dancing with Lakshmi. He says he must be getting engaged to Lakshmi. Balvinder says I thought that Rishi has died and he says tomorrow's news will come that Rishi died and I will not let Lakshmi get engaged to Rishi. Balvinder says that he loves Lakshmi but his love is one-sided. He says I am coming there and he asks him to send his waiter's clothes picture so that he can get it stitched. Bobby asks him to come there in a suit. Balvinder says he is coming to take Rishi's life. He says I will be Rishi's bad luck now. Virendra asks Lakshmi to stay there and see everything. He says you did not tell me anything and you directly sent the divorce papers. He says I asked Rishi to ask you for divorce but you have already signed. He asks her to say this in court so that she can get more money. Lakshmi thinks that I have given you a big pain and you still regard me as your daughter and I know you will support me. She says our relationship is from before my relationship is made with Rishi. Rishi takes a wine and drink. Rano comes to Rishi and says you have to bear so much due to Lakshmi and you have to drink too. She says she heard that the employees get good salary amount in his company and he asks him if he can give a receptionist job to Neha. Rishi goes from there and comes back and asks her to send her resume. He says I used to drink from before but I stopped drinking due to Lakshmi. Lakshmi comes there and takes the alcohol glass from Rishi's hand. Rishi asks if Lakshmi wants to do drama. He says you are unhappy with my engagement. Rano asks Lakshmi to smile. Lakshmi says he doesn't want me to smile. She asks the waiters not to give drinks to Rishi. Rano thinks if they are separating or they are uniting and they are fighting so much. She takes the snack tray from the waiter and she thinks to eat it. Neelam calls the priest and asks him to come. She asks Malishka to come. Malishka tells Lakshmi that it is wonderful that she will see her ex-husband's engagement with someone else. She says you have saved his life many times, but he doesn't love you. Bani asks if Malishka doesn't want to get engaged, and she asks if the engagement is important or we are more important. Malishka goes. Rano asks Bani that since when did you started talking back? Bani says people forced me to talk. The priest comes there and says let's begin. He asks Rishi to make Malishka wear the ring. Rishi tells Malishka that before making her wear the ring, he wants to ask her for something. He asks her to react as if she has seen the ring for the first time, although they have bought it together. He opens the box. Malishka acted and says she has never seen such a beautiful ring before and she gets happy. Bani asks Rano that why is she upset. Rano says she is upset because Lakshmi is her niece and she asks her not to accept defeat. Rishi is about to make Malishka wear the ring, but the ring falls down and rolls near Lakshmi. Malishka asks Bani to pick the ring. Bani refuses. Shalu also refuses. Malishka asks Rano to pick it, but Rano says that she has back pain and she cannot bend down. Rishi asks Lakshmi to pass the ring. Shalu says, "You are saying this to hurt my sister." Lakshmi says, "Now Rishi has said it, so I will do it." She picks the ring and goes towards Rishi and Malishka. She is about to give the ring, and then she asks Rishi that why is he doing this. Rishi looks on. Malishka asks Lakshmi that have you lost it? We are getting engaged now, so you cannot talk to Rishi like that. Lakshmi says to Rishi that you are getting engaged to Malishka and you said that you love her, and she asks if we don't have anything ever. Rishi asks that what is Lakshmi saying? Lakshmi says you said that I have saved you many times, but you don't love me. She says then why do I feel your love for me? And says I felt it many times when you had saved me from the fire, when I had gone for the interview and you saved me. Though I don't want to talk to you then, but still, you said that I am your wife in front of everyone. Lakshmi says to Rishi that whenever you get angry with me, I feel your love. She says I felt your love when you talk about engagement with Malishka. She says I am feeling love in your eyes for me even now. Neelam asks Lakshmi to stop her clever tricks. Karishma asks Lakshmi to stop her cheap tricks. Kiran asks that what did Lakshmi feel when she asked for divorce, and Sonia says this engagement would happen, but Rishi asks them not to worry and says I would answer Lakshmi. Rishi asks Lakshmi that what was the question, that you felt my love when I saved you from the fire. He says you see love in my eyes, even when I talked about my engagement with Malishka. He says we do have love between us. That is why you have come to stop our engagement, and even I want you to stop it. He says now you have told me how much you love me, but you are mad fully. He says you are feeling anything and saying anything, but I am really sorry because I cannot help you. He says you are fully mad and you need a doctor. Neelam, Karishma and Kiran smiles. Rishi says to Lakshmi that I will give you money for your treatment. He says you have thought that I love you, and he asks her to see her and him. He says I don't love Lakshmi Bajwa. Malishka laughs aloud. Rishi and his family also laughs aloud. Lakshmi is distraught and she gets hairy eyes. Shalu and Bani looks on sad. Rishi also laughs. Lakshmi shouted no. It turns out to be Lakshmi's daydreaming. Rishi asks Lakshmi to pick the engagement ring and says, or should I get the auspicious time? He says, leave it, I will take it myself. Both Rishi and Lakshmi bend down to pick the ring and their head collide. Rishi recalls Lakshmi's words and he collides his head with her head again. He asks her to be happy because Black Dog will not bite her. Malishka tells Rishi that she will not wear the ring because it is dirty. Neelam says she will get it cleaned. Sonia tells Shalu and Bani that they shouldn't have allowed them to come inside and says they don't have shame. Bani asks that why are you stopping your age? It is increasing, but your mind and intelligence is stopped from growing. Sonia asks how dare you? She says you did not pick the ring when I asked you. Shalu says her mind is corrupt and says that Rishi is married to her sister. Sonia gets angry. Shalu says we can become bad if someone forces us. Sonia says I will tell you who I am. Shalu says we need to give her an answer. Sonia goes to Ayush and complains to him about Shalu. Ayush asks her to calm down and says I would undo her. He goes to Shalu. Shalu asks Bani not to worry and says Ayush will not do anything. Ayush says I will decide and he takes Shalu from there. Bani gets worried for Shalu and she thinks that everyone is wrong here. Rishi talks to the guest. Lakshmi looks at him. Rano comes to Lakshmi and says do or die. Lakshmi asks what? Rano says don't let Rishi go away from your aunt. She says I have 1,000 reasons to make you understand not to leave Rishi, but you have one solid reason that you love him. Rishi turns and looks at Lakshmi. Lakshmi turns to Rano and goes. Rishi again turns and thinks that Lakshmi wants to attract my attention, but no, my concentration is on Malishka now. Shalu tells Ayush that if she was a doctor, then she would have checked and said that she is mad. She warns him and says you all are wrong. Ayush says I came to scold you and you are scolding me. He asks Shalu that if you have so much problem with us, then why did you come here? Shalu says I came here to show you mirror to make you realize that you are wrong. She goes away from there while Ayush gets upset. Malishka asks Lakshmi if she is still here and she asks that where is the tissue box. You did not keep it in your hand. She says, how was the day? Lakshmi says, you know everything. Malishka says, I like the fact that your face was sad, dull and black when Rishi was about to make me wear the ring. She says you would have thought that you'll be thrown out of Rishi's life when he gets engaged to me. Lakshmi asks if Malishka is engaging to Rishi to throw her out of his life. She asks Malishka to see her place and says, I cannot see it if you have even worn the ring or not. Lakshmi says to Malishka that you cannot throw me out of Rishi's life for at least 3 months. Malishka says, I'm getting engaged to Rishi. Stop it if you can. Lakshmi says, you are having a misunderstanding. I was saying Rishi's limit. She says, you are nothing to me. Malishka asks Lakshmi not to take her name. Lakshmi asks Malishka not to force her to say something wrong, which will make her feel insulted. She says, then I will feel bad. Rishi asks that what is happening here. Balvinda meets Bobby in the waiter's uniform. Bobby asks him to be with the people. He says nobody will identify you. Malishka says I asked her why her face was black when you were making me wear the ring, and I asked her to stop this engagement, and she said that she doesn't want to do anything and she is saying your limit. Lakshmi says I did not hope to see this childish act from you and says you are telling Rishi half thing. She says I can say the same thing to Rishi. Rishi says to Lakshmi that you know well that Malishka is in my heart and he asks her not to spoil their big day. Lakshmi asks that who are you? Rishi says I am Malishka's husband, would-be husband. Malishka tells Rishi that why is Lakshmi feeling as if you are in her heart? Rishi asks Lakshmi to stop thinking about him because he has only Malishka in his heart. Lakshmi says why do you have the misunderstanding that Malishka is in your heart? Lakshmi says to Rishi that Malishka is nothing to me, but you are related to me even now. Rishi looks on and Malishka gets angry. Alright guys, like I said before, part of this video has been done before and part will be ahead today. So I've already uploaded like 5 videos today, but I can't publish everything at the same time. So always come back to this channel today for new episode or new updates. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.